Assalamu alaikum and good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us today to celebrate the 5-year anniversary of Standard Chartered Bank's Gold Program in Pakistan. My name is Sana Mahmood, and I work as a project officer at Right to Play, which is a global NGO and proud partners of Standard Chartered Bank here in the country. Before we proceed, we will begin with the recitation of the Holy Quran. Thank you all for your patience. I know that we've run a little over time, but we were just waiting for a few of our key speakers. So please bear with us.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
In the name of Allah, the entirely merciful, the especially merciful.
قل هو الله أحد.
Say, He is Allah, who is one.
الله الصمد.
Allah, the eternal refuge.
لم يلد ولم يولد.
He neither begets nor is born.
ولم يكن له كفوا أحد.
Nor is there to him any equivalent.
Jazakallah. So because we are fortunate enough to have a diverse audience from across the world, today's event will be primarily in English. However, our panel discussion will be bilingual, and I will try my best to translate the views and opinions of our esteemed panelists. As you know, you've been invited here today to celebrate 5 years of Standard Chartered Bank's global education program, which is called GOAL, which is under the larger umbrella of their Future Makers initiative. Since 2016, GOAL has empowered over 16,000 adolescent girls in disadvantaged areas in Karachi and Islamabad. So let's watch a short clip about what this Future Makers initiative is.
In Pakistan, hundreds of girls and young women in disadvantaged areas are unaware of their basic rights. They lack self-awareness, have limited knowledge on health and hygiene, have minimal financial knowledge to progress in life. Most of these girls end up being married off while still in school, starting a cycle of dependency. But not these girls. At Standard Chartered, we believe in investing in girls and young women. Through our GOAL program, customized modules focused on increasing confidence, life, and communication skills are taught to these girls, so they learn and apply knowledge to transform their lives with confidence, resilience, and most of all, equality. Standard Chartered, here for good.
That video always gives me goosebumps. I don't know about the rest of you, but it's a great sort of snapshot of the GOAL program and all the impact that we've jointly been making in these communities. So today we have an esteemed panel of speakers here with us to talk to us about this initiative, the history behind it all, the passion with which we work in these communities. And I will request all the speakers to now proceed with coming on screen so I can give a brief introduction to all of you. So we're joined by, first of all, Andy Halford. He is the Group Chief Financial Officer of Standard Chartered Bank. He has a strong finance background and deep experience of managing complex international business across dynamic and changing markets. I believe he was running overtime in another meeting, so if he hasn't joined us yet, will be here very soon. We also have with us Meg Smith. She is currently the Deputy Executive Director of Women Win Foundation after working in a variety of roles since joining the organization in 2012 as a volunteer. She has a Master's of International Health and a background in international development with an expertise in sexual and reproductive health and rights, gender, sport, and development. Rehan Sheikh is also with us. He is the Chief Executive Officer of Standard Chartered Bank, Pakistan. Rehan Saab has over 35 years of banking experience, whereby most recently he was a CEO, Islamic banking based in Dubai in the UAE. Ali Khayyam is the head of office at Right to Play in Pakistan, also one of our esteemed speakers today. He has over a decade of experience working with the organization, managing girls' empowerment and sport for development programs. And lastly, but not the least, we have Khadija Hashmi with us. She is the regional head of the corporate affairs and brand and marketing for the Africa and Middle East region, as well as she is also the country head of corporate affairs and brand and marketing in Pakistan. Khadija has a 23-year strong career with the bank and has developed a wide range of expertise, including brand management, change and culture management, communications, digital marketing, social media management, talent acquisition and development, governance, and operational and reputational risk management. So thank you very much to all the speakers for taking out your time and joining us here today for this amazing major milestone that we are all excited to celebrate and hear more about. So with that, I would just request Ms. Khadija to please officially begin the event with her opening remarks.
No. Thank you so much. I was just waiting to be unmuted. Assalamu alaikum, everyone, and good afternoon and good morning to some of our people who have joined us from the UK. I think Andy is online, but his camera and his audio need to be unmuted. Perhaps he's joined with the number. So if you can, Sana, kindly let the moderator know. Has his camera been unmuted?
Yes.
Oh, there you are. Hi, Andy. Thank you so much for joining. There we are. So again, Assalamu alaikum, everyone. I'm absolutely delighted to be part of today's session. Goal is such a special place in my heart because it was slightly over 5 years ago, maybe close to 6, when we started talking about bringing a program such as Goal to Pakistan. It is our flagship program. We've had it across, I think, over 20 markets since 2006. And Pakistan joined this journey in 2016. Meg Smith, who you will be hearing from soon, she's from Women Win. She actually was here when we launched it in Pakistan. So it's absolutely wonderful, Meg, that you're able to join us as we take the 5 years to a close. Just very briefly, I want to just talk about a couple of main points around Goal. I know Andy will talk a little bit about the importance of this as part of our global initiative, which is Future Makers by Standard Chartered, where the aim is really to tackle social inequality and inclusion of young people, and specifically our program Goal focuses on young girls. Goal has been present here for 5 years. We've been really fortunate that during this time with our wonderful partners, Right to Play Pakistan, under the guidance of Women Win, that we've been able to really expand our program across to 2 cities. When Goal started, we started only in Karachi, and our vision really was to try and grow this across Pakistan by really captivating certain communities and really trying to inculcate the learning and the kind of growth within communities and then move on to others. I'm so proud that across 47 schools in Karachi and Islamabad, to date we have impacted over 16,000 girls. You saw in the video, and the video was made in April, and I can confirm that we have actually now touch close to, I have the number here, 16,541 adolescent girls. It's a really, a moment of great pride and joy. And what's more important really is how we've been able to grow not only the girls who are the beneficiaries of this program, but also their coaches, the youth leaders, and also the communities within which they're actually part of. What I wanted to talk about today was really about some of the big numbers that we've been able to achieve. And I know Ali will share many more details. But what we're really proud of is actually how the girls have graduated from being students of, say, grade 4 to 6, and then really moving into the senior ranks. Some of them become youth leaders, some of them become coaches, and then how they've actually entered the employment area as well. And I think today you will hear from three different types of goal girls who have actually benefited from such a program. The second point I wanted to talk to you about was around the importance of how goal has really built on the element of learning through sport. And in Pakistan, we've really tried to push the agenda of football. And a lot of our girls, and we have one girl who will talk to you very soon, she actually runs a coaching center. And if I'm not mistaken, has also joined Karachi United as one of the coaches. And it's a really, it's a moment of great pride and joy when you see these girls not only entering the employment arena, but actually starting to become leaders in the field of sport. And that's actually been a huge piece for us. So thank you very much for joining. We are very, very proud of our partnership. We are proud of the impact we have made, and also proud of the fact that we are part of one of Standard Chartered's flagship programs, which has actually been part of the Future Makers Forum taking place over the 3 days. That's today, tomorrow, and day after, virtually, where a lot of young people are being brought together on a platform to share their views, learn from each other, and really trying to question and think about what the future of work looks like for these young people. So thank you very much. Thank you, Sana. Thank you, Ali, for being fabulous implementation partners. And I'd now like to hand over to Andy Halford. Andy's also been part of this journey because I remember Andy had visited Pakistan just after we had launched Goal. And I know that he actively takes part in many Goal initiatives across the globe. And it is indeed a great feeling of pride and joy for us, Andy, that you've been able to take time out to commemorate the 5 years in Pakistan with us. Over to you, Andy, to say a few words. Thank you.
Great. Well, thank you very much, Kadia. That was a nice set of words and a really nice introduction, and great to be with you at the start of this event. Girls and women in many of our markets are prevented from reaching their full potential simply because they are female. Yet gender equality is critical to global economic growth. Investing in girls and young women brings greater prosperity and diversity to the markets in which we operate. Goal, our Global Future Makers education program for girls and young women, has used sport to increase the confidence and life skills of more than 646,000 girls and young women since 2006. Our aim is to reach 1 million girls by 2023. This is an education program that uses sport, play, and life skills education to transform the lives of girls and young women across 24 of our markets. Many of our markets have high levels of gender inequality, and the bank is uniquely positioned due to our geographical footprint and profile to help achieve gender equality, which is critical for economic growth. If countries around the world could achieve gender parity, global annual GDP could increase by a staggering $12 trillion by 2025. Girls and young women in many of the markets in which we operate are vulnerable and face challenges such as lack of education, cultural bias, and gender-based violence, which limit their personal and economic freedom and threaten their security. Educating girls and providing them with additional tools through Goal to shape their own future enables them to address such challenges themselves and has an incredible intergenerational multiplier effect on communities and societies. Goal adopts a holistic approach focusing on building life skills and strengthening communication skills and confidence, skills which can later be transferred to the world of work. Goal equips girls with the confidence, knowledge, and skills they need to become economic leaders in their families and in their communities. Today, I am really pleased to be part of the 5-year Goal anniversary in Pakistan. It gives me great pride that our efforts are making a huge difference in the community of Pakistan. Our investment in community initiatives shows our commitment to the country. I'd like to congratulate Women Win and Right to Play International, our Goal implementation partners, and the team at the Standard Chartered Pakistan to make this program successful in the country. I wish you a great event. And with that, I think I hand back to Kadia or maybe to Ali. Thank you.
Thank you, Andy, and thank you, Khadija, for giving us some context around the program. Now I'd request Ali to give us a little more about Goal, Right to Play, and the work that we're doing in Pakistan.
Thanks, Anna. Thank you, everyone. Khadija, Rehan Saab, Andy, Meg. It's been a great journey, and I'm really proud to be part of this entire process. My name is Ali Khayyam. I work as the country head of Right to Play International in Pakistan. We are a sport for development organization. We believe in the power of sport play, and this is what we've been doing for the past 20 years in most parts of Africa, Latin America, in Asia, and in the Middle East. In Pakistan, we have worked in over 21 districts where we have direct footprints. We have worked and engaged directly with over 500,000 children over the past 12 years. We have worked extensively with governments and education departments of Sindh and Khyber Pakhtunkhwa in supporting them to improve their physical education standards in the schools. Goal has been a great program. I remember in 2016 when Standard Chartered, Right to Play, and Women, when we were all together to start planning and initiating Goal program in Pakistan. And this has been an exciting journey. There's so much that we will talk about later on, and Khadija has already explained a bit about the numbers and everything. But I would like to focus on 3 important things, which are structure, adaptability, and impact of the program. And when I say structure, it's so important for people who are not familiar with the programs to understand that it's a very organized and structured curriculum that we follow. And when we go into the schools, and schools which we are talking about are all public sector schools, government schools, which are located in some of the most challenging communities in Karachi and in Islamabad. We're talking about areas like Leari, like, we are in Korangi, and we are soon to start in Baldia town. So these are all the neighborhoods where there are challenges of a different sort. So in all of these schools, we are following a very structured curriculum, which allows our coaches, and after an extensive training program, to work very closely with children following a curriculum, which makes it possible for our coaches and our teachers to make sure that the learning outcomes are achieved in a certain duration. The second thing about the program is adaptability and the flexible nature. So as Meg will further share, that Goal program is a global program. It's running in over 20 countries. But it's the flexible nature of the program which helped us to customize it according to the needs and the context and the very sort of different complex dynamics of Pakistani society and culture. And the girls that we are working with, they are all adolescent age groups, mostly in their age groups of 12 to 15. Very important and critical years. So, and the third thing is the impact. And I've talked about this in other forums as well, and we take a lot of pride in the fact that the program has delivered amazing results over the period of 5 years. Those 16,000 plus girls that we're talking about, these are not just numbers. I mean, these girls have all experienced a transformation into their lives and personalities. And I take, a couple of stats which I share with most of my colleagues is one about their participation in sports. As I said, Goal is a program about empowerment and life skills and education, but sports is a critical element. So 80% of the girls who participate in the program, they report after a year of involvement in the program that they have access to sport, that they play, and at least they plan to play, or they dream of playing, or they have played either one or more sports in their school during their school hours, which, as compared to the start of the program, which was 0% in most cases. So for me and for my colleagues, this is these stats are like music to our ears, because this is what we do, this is what we believe in. Another important element of the impact is over 77% of the girls, after participating in the programs, they know about the decisions they need to make in their lives, about their future education, about their careers. Which is big, because when the start of the program, we asked the same girl, only 15 to 20% are aware about what they need to do in their future, how they need to plan their study, how they need to plan their career. And after 1 year of involvement in the program, 80% of them said that they now have a purpose, a direction. They can dream of a better future. So in terms of impact, what we have seen is a great progress for us. And also there is a high return on investment. As we're saying, 16,000 plus girls. The program has invested a lot in improving the infrastructure in some of the schools, and training a lot in coaches and government school teachers. All of these pieces are very, very sustainable. And when we say training of teachers, these are all government public school teachers who will continue to teach in these very schools for many years to come. When we talk about Goal, particularly for the last 12 months, there has been a lot of challenges. COVID has posed, immense challenges for all of us. But again, back to the adaptability thing, that as Right to Play, we got immense support from Standard Chartered and Women Win, and we were able to continue to engage, to ensure that somehow during the lockdowns and during the school closures, we remain in contact. Important tools like prevention and how to keep themselves and their families safe during this difficult time. So I think, I will, because Sana will have a conversation with some of the Goal girls who will share their stories, in their own words. So I will not take much of the time. I think I would like to congratulate everyone here. Most importantly, the coaches, all of the Goal coaches, the young girls who implement the program in the schools, in the community, in some of the most challenging situations. So I really appreciate their work and congratulate them. And also to all of our partners. And here's to another 5 years, because the 16,000 number we have achieved, but we all know that there are immense challenges. It's a big country. We have lots of other girls that who need this program. So I think, I see all of us taking this program to even greater heights in the next 5 years. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ali, and thank you for talking about the music to our ears. I'm sure Meg is also very aware of that, being a champion for women and girls empowerment. So Meg, we'd love for you to share your thoughts and especially some more insight on what exactly the Goal curriculum and the program is.
Thanks so much, Sana, and lovely to be here. Nice to hear all the other panelists' words. I think Ali and I must be very aligned, because much of what he's said was kind of in my notes to speak about today. So I'll try to be very brief and leave some more time to hear from the coaches and the girls who've been involved in the program, because indeed it's them who have the most interesting stories for us all to listen to, I think. So as Khadija mentioned at the beginning, I was lucky enough to travel to Pakistan in 2015 and 2016 when we were establishing the Gold program together with Standard Chartered then. And we met with a lot of different organizations at that time, and Right to Play was one of them. And we knew after meeting with the team, Ali was already there at that point, that we had found a great organization to implement Goal in Pakistan, not only a sport for development organization who already has this focus on using sports and play as their tool for implementing programs, but really an organization with a very strong focus on girls' rights and a really deep commitment to addressing gender inequality in Pakistan. And I think we've seen that really come to life over the last 5 years. And we did have a really great time in 2016 setting up the program and training the new coaches. And it's such a delight to hear that many of them are still involved in the program today. Because 5 years ago, some of them really had no experience with this kind of programming, absolutely no experience with sports. And so for them to really have picked up on the program and really be key to the implementation is such a wonderful thing to hear. So even though we're virtual, it's just such a pleasure for me to be here today and revisit the Goal Pakistan program, hearing about all the wonderful successes to date. So as Andy and Khadija mentioned, Goal is quite a big program globally. We're working in around 24 countries. It's been going for 15 years now, more or less. And yeah, we work with many implementing partners that enables Goal to reach about 100,000 girls every year. And we have big ambitions, as Andy said before. And I think particularly the growth in Pakistan and the region across Asia and the Middle East, this is really helping to fuel the growth of the program. You know, we now have programs not only in Pakistan, but also in Jordan and the UAE and India, Nepal, Bangladesh, Malaysia, Sri Lanka, so many countries that are also close by and have so many young people, as Ali was just saying, who can benefit from this kind of work. And Women Wins role, well, we support Standard Chartered and the local implementing partners to deliver the program around the world. And I love how Ali put it, that some of the key components here are the structure, the adaptability, and the impact of the program. Very similar to a few of the things that I was going to say. You know, the structure is very important. We offer a curriculum that's been revised again and again over time. The program's always underpinned by these life skills education that's really important for all girls and young people around the world. So we focus on some foundational life skills, on health and hygiene, on understanding gender and violence, understanding financial literacy and economic empowerment. And these topics, we know, while they need to be contextualized for the local context, are still really globally relevant for young people around the world. Ali also talked about the adaptability or the flexibility. So these modules are standard in some way, but they, of course, they need to be customized. And not only the curriculum itself, but I think one of the brilliant things about Goal as a global program is that we do have so much flexibility to adapt, to make things fit for purpose in the local context, to create different implementing modules, to extend the components related to financial literacy and economic empowerment where that might be appropriate, to include different kind of volunteering roles from employees of Standard Chartered and otherwise. So there is a huge amount of flexibility. But one of the things that is consistent, and I guess in my experience with a range of development programming around the world, is that Goal uses sports, and it sounds maybe far away to many people that we use sport to try to reach outcomes related to financial literacy and economic empowerment. But if you ever get there to visit a Goal program, you'll see that this is some kind of magic on the field, that sport gives girls confidence, it promotes leadership skills, it helps them learn that when they fall down, they can get up again, that they can work with their teammates to reach goals, that they can improve their communication skills, that they do something that girls don't usually do. And I'm sure many in Pakistan and other countries will have heard like, why are the girls playing football? Football's only for boys. And this is challenging gender norms at the very heart of communities, and it's so important. And it's, of course, something we can do in other ways, but we believe that play and sport bring some kind of magic, and this is related to the impact that Ali was talking about. And I guess just my last comment, and then Sana, I'll hand it back over to you, is just to thank Right to Play and the team, the coaches, the staff, and everybody involved there on the ground for being such a brilliant partner. As I said at the beginning, we thought we could establish a really great partnership and a great program, but we've really seen over the last 5 years that Right to Play's managed to make the program every bit as strong as it can be. And Ali, you mentioned COVID before and the need to be flexible and adaptable. I think we've seen so much innovation in the program in Pakistan. Yeah, some hybrid of online and physical and blended methodologies that can really make sure the girls continue to feel part of the program even when they can't necessarily come together. And this is half the battle at the moment. So congratulations to all your team. And I won't say any more about the activities that the girls are actually involved in, because I think we will hear that directly from them. So very much looking forward to hearing from the coaches and the girls. And back to you, Sana. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Meg. And yes, we wish that we could have gathered in person to celebrate these 5 years so that we could hear the magic or feel the magic in the room that Meg was talking about, when you're physically in presence of all the Goal Girls and all the great people and stakeholders who've jointly been working together to make this possible and for the great impact that we've had. But unfortunately, sometime in the future, perhaps for now, we need to follow COVID SOPs and stay safe for everybody's health and well-being. Now we will proceed to perhaps the most exciting part of the event, with due respect to all the great speakers. But I am excited myself to talk to these wonderful Goal Girls. I would request if they would also join us on screen. We have with us 3 great panelists, starting with Tasveer Fatma. She is a seasoned coach and mentor in the Goal program. And she's been associated with Right to Play as a coach for the last 8 years. Besides leading Goal activities with children within the school, she is also a football coach at a local community center in Karachi. So speaking of breaking stereotypes, I think she's leading the way, right as Meg mentioned. We also have with us Rahila. She is a talented junior leader. She is amongst the many young youth leaders that we identify within the Goal program. She's from Liari and passionately spreads the program's ideas amongst her peers and encourages other girls by setting a very positive example. And once again, she's not only engaging girls, but both boys in sport and play activities, playing an instrumental role, especially during the COVID lockdown, to keep people engaged and active and healthy. Lastly, we have with us Hira. She is an emerging leader and inspiration for all the girls in Liari. After receiving training through the Goal program, she is now working with Standard Chartered Bank in the customer care department. Specifically, Hira has benefited from the Goal employability and entrepreneurship leg of the program, which I will allow Hira to speak about later as we talk to her. So welcome to all of our panelists. Assalamu alaikum. Aap sabko bahut khush aamdeed. And as I mentioned earlier, we will keep this panel discussion bilingual, and I will try my best to translate where possible. So we'll start with our great coach, Tasveer Fatma. बहुत शुक्रिया आपने हमें ज्वाइन किया. मैं आपसे बातचीत करना चाहूँगी, पूछना चाहूँगी कि आपका एक्सपीरियंस कोच का कैसा रहा है और आपको क्या नजर आता है कि जब आप ये गोल की एक्टिविटीज करती हैं बच्चों के साथ, तो उनमें आपको क्या चेंज नजर आता है? I would like to ask Tasveer Fatma about the changes that she sees in the girls and her feelings as a Goal coach, having worked with the program for so long.
जब मैंने राइट टू प्ले स्टार्ट किया था तो मैं गोल के साथ नहीं थी. जब स्टार्ट किया था, मैंने गोल जब स्टार्ट किया था तो मैंने उसकी ट्रेनिंग ली. उसके बाद मुझे लगा था कि ये थोड़ा सा मुश्किल होगा मेरे लिए. बट जब हम स्कूल में गए, स्कूल में जाके हमने गोल इम्प्लीमेंट किया और मैंने जो लड़कियों के साथ बातचीत की, मैंने उन लोगों के साथ एक्टिविटीज की. जब मैंने स्टार्ट लिया था तो कुछ थोड़ा सा डिफरेंट था, और फिर जब जैसे जैसे एक्टिविटीज स्टार्ट की, फिर मॉड्यूल्स खत्म हुए, मैंने जब बच्चों से बातचीत करना स्टार्ट की तो मुझे बड़ा अच्छा लगा कि बच्चे कैसे अपने एक्सपीरियंस, कैसे अपने प्रॉब्लम्स हमारे साथ शेयर कर रहे थे, क्योंकि जब मैं स्कूल में जाना स्टार्ट हुई थी तो बच्चे बहुत ज्यादा सहमे हुए होते थे। वो अपने टीचर से कुछ भी नहीं कह पाते थे कि अगर उनको एक मैथ्स का क्वेश्चन समझ में नहीं आ रहा तो वो दोबारा नहीं पूछ पाते थे कि मैम मुझे ये समझ नहीं आ रहा, तो ये अब कैसे होगा, ये क्या होगा। बट जब हम वहां गए, हमने वहां पर जो है ना उनके साथ काम किया, तो बच्चों को अगर स्टार्ट में एक चीज समझ में नहीं आती तो हम कहते थे कि ऐसे करने में कुछ हर्ज नहीं है, वो टीचर जो है, ये जो कोच है वो नहीं कहता। तो उन्होंने फिर अपने जो टीचर्स थे उनके साथ भी जो है ना ये ऐसे करना स्टार्ट कर दिया। वो फिर अपने टीचर से पूछते थे, अपने टीचर से भी प्रॉब्लम शेयर कर लिया करते थे। जैसे हमारी बॉन्डिंग बच्चों के साथ अच्छी होती गई, वैसे टीचर्स के लिए भी ये एक बहुत अच्छी जो है ना बेनिफिट रहा हमारे काम से, कि बच्चे उनके साथ ज्यादा से ज्यादा अटैच होने लगे।
Thank you. Just to quickly state that our coach has mentioned that initially she found the gold curriculum to be a bit difficult or something different from right to play's activities, because they included more than just the sport and play-based activities. And at first she was hesitant, but after going through the training and after understanding the curriculum, it was implemented with the children, and it was done so to enhance their life skills. And some of the changes that she's noticed is that while children initially used to stay shy, introverted, and hesitant to even question their teachers if they didn't understand something, whether it was a simple math question, they would doubt themselves or double guess themselves to ask that teacher or approach the adult. However, after participating in goal activities, their communication skills and their skills to voice their opinion and reach out to these adults, especially teachers, have greatly increased. And the coach has explained very beautifully how this program has not only created a great bond between the coach and the girls, but also between the teachers. It has benefited the teachers because now children are becoming active participants in their own education, and sort of step up to ask those questions and clear their confusions where there need be. So thank you, तस्वीर फातिमा, आपने बहुत खूबसूरत तरीके से हमें ये बताया। मैं आपसे ये भी जानना चाहूंगी कि क्योंकि गोल में सेविंग, स्पेंडिंग और इसमें फाइनेंशियल लिटरेसी के भी कॉन्सेप्ट्स हैं, तो इसमें से आपने कुछ देखा है बच्चियां इसको किस तरह कर रही हैं, या अगर आप जैसे मुझे पहले बता रही थी कि कोई जाती तौर पे भी आपने अपनी जिंदगी में कुछ देखा कि इन फाइनेंशियल कॉन्सेप्ट्स से आपने क्या सीखा?
मैंने जब हमने स्टार्ट किया था मॉड्यूल, जब मैंने स्टार्ट किया था बी मनी सेविंग, तो हम एक्टिविटीज पहले से तैयार करके और फिर स्कूल जाया करते थे। तो जब मैं पढ़ती थी या मैं जो है ना बच्चों के साथ करवाती थी, मुझे 4 साल हो गए जो है वो काम करते हुए, जॉब करते हुए, मगर मैंने कोई एक पैसा सेव नहीं किया था, मैंने कोई 1 रुपया सेव नहीं किया था। मैं जैसे पैसे आते थे या जितनी मुझे एक छोटी सी अमाउंट मिलती थी, तो वो मैं आते थे और ऐसे ही खर्च कर दिए जाते थे। बट जो गोल ईयर था, जो 2020 ईयर था, ये मेरा 2020 ईयर नहीं था, मेरा गोल ईयर था। और इसके अंदर मैंने जो है इससे जो हमारा बी मनी सेवी था, इससे मैंने एक अच्छी अमाउंट जो है ना वो सेव कर ली। ये जो बजटिंग था और बैंकिंग कैसे होती है, इसके अंदर क्या सारी चीजें होती हैं, तो इससे जो है मैंने एक अच्छी अमाउंट जो है ना वो सेव कर ली।
Excellent, great job. Our coach has just referred to the Be Money Savvy module of the Gold curriculum, which teaches girls about financial concepts like saving and budgeting and banking, which she herself has learned so much from. So interestingly, I think a lot of people can relate to her because Tasveer Fatma mentions that she has been working a job for the last 4 years, but has never saved a single penny or never been managed to save well enough. But after being trained on the gold curriculum and engaging other girls in these concepts, she has able to recently save a good amount of money. So congratulations to you. Aapko bahut mubarak ho, because saving is a great first step to acquiring your future goals. और उम्मीद है कि आप फ्यूचर में भी अच्छी ऐसी सेविंग करती रहेंगी। तो मुझे बहुत फख्र है, और आई एम श्योर कि जो बैंक के लोग भी सुन रहे हैं इस वक्त, उनको भी बहुत खुशी होगी इस बात पर कि आपको ना सिर्फ सेविंग के बारे में ज्यादा पता लगा, आपको बैंकिंग के बारे में भी ज्यादा पता लगा। सो थैंक यू। इसी के साथ साथ हम चलते हैं राहिला की तरफ। राहिला उन बच्चियों में से है जिनको तस्वीर फातिमा जैसी कोचेस रोजाना गोल की एक्टिविटीज में और स्पोर्ट्स की एक्टिविटीज में हिस्सा दिलवाती हैं, और राहिला उन चंद बच्चियों में से है जो कि हमारी जूनियर लीडर बनी अपनी इंथुजियाज्म की वजह से, अपने शौक और अपने जोश और जज्बा की वजह से। तो राहिला, यू आर अ जूनियर लीडर, यू आर अ ग्रेट इंस्पिरेशन। थैंक यू, आप हमारे साथ आज आई। आप थोड़ा सा बताइए आपको गोल की एक्टिविटीज क्यों पसंद है?
राहिला। मुझे गोल की एक्टिविटीज इसलिए पसंद है क्योंकि लाइक गोल की वजह से मेरे लाइफ में जो चेंजेस आए हैं वो मेरे लिए बहुत अहमियत रखती हैं। गोल की वजह से मेरे अंदर बहुत कॉन्फिडेंस आया और मेन थिंग मेरी कर रही हूँ। पहले मैं वही लड़की थी जो क्लास में या फैमिली में मतलब बोलना बहुत कुछ चाह रही थी बट बोल नहीं पाती थी। यूज्ड टू बी क्वाइट लाइक बस खलास। सो अब गोल की वजह से मेरे अंदर इतना चेंज है कि माशाल्लाह मतलब मैं बहुत अच्छे तरीके से कम्युनिकेट कर सकती हूँ। मेरा कॉन्फिडेंस लेवल मतलब उभर के बहुत बाहर आया और ये मुझे बहुत लाइक बेस्ट थिंग है जो गोल ने मेरे अंदर मुझे दी है। मेरे अंदर जो लीडरशिप स्किल्स है उसमें बहुत अच्छे मतलब बेहतरी आई है। और उसके साथ साथ मतलब गोल की डिफरेंट एक्टिविटीज में हम डिफरेंट लाइक लाइफ स्किल्स हमें सीखने को मिलती थी जिन्होंने मतलब हमारे डेली लाइफ में बहुत इम्पैक्ट किया और हमारे बहुत फायदेमंद है। सो गोल का एक मॉड्यूल है डी मनी सेवी जो कि पर्सनली मेरा फेवरेट है क्योंकि उससे तो बेसिकली जो है हमारे सेशंस भी होते थे जो कि स्टैंडर्ड चार्टर्ड बैंक में हम जाते थे। तो वहां पर छोटी छोटी एक्टिविटीज से लाइक हमें बहुत कुछ ज्यादा सीखने को मिला कि हाँ वाकई क्यों जरूरी है, किस लिए जरूरी है। तो इसी तरह से लाइक गोल ने जिस तरह मुझे सपोर्ट किया फिर अब मैंने क्या किया जब कोविड टाइम होता था तो एक इनका दूसरा मॉड्यूल है बी हेल्थी। तो वहां से जो मैंने एक्टिविटीज सीखी है कोविड के टाइम में मैंने अपने घर के बच्चों को अपनी छत में ले जाकर फिर उन्हें ये एक्टिविटीज करवाई कि लाइक हाइजीन किया। तो ये सारी चीजें मैंने उनको बताई जो कि बहुत मतलब जिनकी वजह से मैं बहुत फायदा हुआ स्पेशली कोविड के टाइम में। तो इसीलिए मतलब मुझे गोल की एक्टिविटीज बहुत पसंद है।
Thank you, Rahila. You are a true champion, actually, because आपने अपने तक मैसेज नहीं रखा और लोगों को ये पहुंचाया. Rahila talks about also the money savvy, be money savvy module, and speaks of it as her favorite module because it has taught her all the things that the coach earlier mentioned as well about budgeting and saving and how to plan her finances in the future. Most importantly, Rahila also talks about the life skills that she has learned through the gold curriculum, talking about her confidence and her communication skills, where earlier she could not voice the things in her heart and her mind, but now she's able to speak confidently and reach out to other people and join us at panels like this today. She has also done a great community and public service. She talks about the Be Healthy module of Gold curriculum, and from which she learned concepts about hygiene and health, and all that she has learned during her time. She used it effectively during the COVID lockdown and engaged other girls and boys in her neighborhood to teach them their hygiene. तो बहुत शुक्रिया राहिला, आप सिर्फ गोल का अच्छा काम ही नहीं कर रही, आप लड़कियों को एम्पावर नहीं कर रही, बल्कि आप इस मुश्किल वक्त में लोगों को अपनी हाइजीन के बारे में बता रही हैं और कोविड के बाद ये सबसे जरूरी और अहम स्टेप था. Lastly, but not the least, we have Hira with us. We also have, जैसे पहले जिक्र किया होगा, Goal also focuses a lot on employability and entrepreneurship. So besides teaching girls about financial literacy, they take older girls a little step further to talk to them about all the options that they can have to further develop their employability skills or all the avenues that they have to polish their entrepreneurial skills and start their small home-based businesses if they do please. So Hira has benefited from that part of the program, and I would like Hira to talk about how your journey with Goal started, and how has it benefited you up till now? आप अपने आप को अनम्यूट कीजिएगा.
Okay, Assalamu alaikum. Good afternoon, everybody. I hope all are very fine. So I'm Hira. I'm from Pakistan. I live in Liari, and currently I'm working as a client care executive, and I'm part of Standard Chartered Bank, working with the great minds and a very highly professional and learning people out there. And first of all, I'm very much delighted and glad to be a part of this station with most senior people out there. So thank you for selecting me and providing me this opportunity. So I just want to tell about my journey in like with Goal and with the Standard Chartered Bank. I would share that I live in Liari when Goal was implemented. And I was, for the very first time, I was just a youth leader in Goal. And in 2017, I was selected as a head coach in Goal program. And I always fortunate to become like goal getters in 2018 when employability program and entrepreneurship program, just future maker program has been run in Standard Chartered. So they just selected me for this as well. They supported me to well the like English language course as well for the certification of from Pakistan American Culture Center. And also, if I talk about the Standard Chartered journey, they have given me opportunity for this. That between I was selected between the 40 girls for the banking financial like banking process. So I was selected for this, and I thought that my dream came true for this. That I was selected as a banker because right now I'm just like doing my job as a current position as a client care executive. So I'm very much glad to be a part of this Standard Chartered Bank, and because I grew up as a very independent child with social and economic barriers. But particularly my parents gone through to push me like you need to like focus on yourself, you need to like empower, you need to success for this. So I good in success. I think right now I'm at position that I am just like independent. I'm just a part of Standard Chartered. It has been a very like proud moment for me because everybody in Pakistan is saying that yeah, like you are a banker and you are working in Standard Chartered Bank. It is impossible to open an account in Standard Chartered Bank right now because like there is very like in Pakistan it is very impossible and everybody is like yeah you are working in like Standard Chartered Bank. So I'm very much glad to be a part of this program. So thank you so much. And this is my whole journey that I like from the goal head coach. I was selected as like a Standard Chartered to be a part of Standard Chartered Bank. So thank you so much for this opportunity.
You have beautifully brought it full circle from starting as a coach and helping so many other girls to now securing this wonderful job in this prestigious bank, as you have mentioned. So definitely thank you, Hira, and keep inspiring other girls. Thank you to all the panelists. I will now turn it over to Rehan Saab. Please share with us your closing remarks and officially end this beautiful program that we've heard from.
Ji, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Thank you, Sana. Can I be heard, please, Sana?
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Sana. And thank you, everyone, for joining us today to celebrate this important milestone for the bank. Special thanks to Andy, who's been here. I wish the Honorable Minister would have been here also to just see the tremendous work that's gone in. I'm actually quite overwhelmed of what I've heard. And I really have no words to express, and it's really a moment of pride for the bank and to be associated, and to lead an initiative and to be part of this growth story of the country and its future. You girls, you're rocking. You are absolutely amazing. Your stories, I'm sure there are much more interesting stories. So at the right time, hopefully Khadija and I will come and visit you and see how much more support that we can provide. But the most importantly, this initiative embodies our D&I agenda as well as the sustainability agenda that we run globally. It is living our promise here for good and engaging our communities where it matters the most, and more importantly, to deliver on those. I've also been fortunate to meet the Goal Girls in Jordan, during our visits, and it's something as Andy pointed out, it's a tremendous initiative that we are engaged with over in 24 countries. Obviously, educating girls and providing them with additional tools through the goals program, to shape their own future, enables them to move forward, and has an incredible intergenerational multiplier effect on communities as well as the societies. As you have heard, the program adopts a holistic approach, focusing on building life skills, strengthening communication skills, and inculcating confidence. And I could see that coming out in terms of being ability to speak, ability to express, and also to move forward. And these are all the skills that inshallah, as they inculcate, will be required as they get transferred to the world of work. I'm sure you're all amazed on these inspiring stories of these young girls, young and talented girls who have already started to make a mark after undergoing a transformational journey under this program. And to us, it only nourishes Standard Charter's resolve to do more and better in this space. As I said, I'm quite overwhelmed by the transformation and the confidence in the three young girls that are there in the panel. At Standard Chartered, we are committed, and we'll continue to help this young generation realize their true potential and create an impact within their homes, within the communities, friends and families, and obviously, and also in the future generations. I would like to thank our goal implementation partners, Right to Play International, who have helped us drive this program successfully in Pakistan. We could not have done this without you. And thank you once again, for all who've joined us today to commemorate this great milestone. Over to Sana. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for those lovely words. And I'm sure the girls are very encouraged by all your inspirational thoughts. And inshallah, they will keep moving forward and taking this program to greater heights. Thank you to all the speakers for taking out time. Thank you to the panelists for joining us. And thank you to all the wonderful listeners and audience out there. If you know anybody who missed the event and would like to be a part of it, it was being streamed live on Right to Play Pakistan's Facebook page, as well as Standard Chart Pakistan's Facebook page. So please log on and feel free to listen to the interesting discussion. Also, if you'd like more information about the Goal curriculum, we at Right to Play Pakistan have uploaded and digitized some of these resources, made short videos of these goal activities, put them on our Right to Play Pakistan YouTube channel. So feel free to take a look, learn some fun activities, and play with your friends and family at home. They're great activities just to not only learn about financial literacy, but to learn about yourself, to learn even greater life skills, but most importantly, just to have fun. So thank you once again. To all the goal stakeholders, continue the great work that you're doing. Happy 5 years to all of us. And inshallah, may we continue with this great success and great partnership. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.
And thank you, Sana, for moderating this lovely event. Thank you. Thank you to you also.
Thank you.
And Sana, if I can just add one last message before we dial out. Sorry, I'd raised my hand. Perhaps you hadn't noticed. I know that there's some members of the media who have joined us. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. If you have any questions, please do connect with Tasneem. I know we have, and Farah Asim, you have our details, and we'll be taking any sound bites that you need. And just, I know he wants a few things as well, but I just have a message for our wonderful girls. I just wanted to let them know, तस्वीर राहिला हिरा, जब भी मैं आप लोगों से बात करती हूँ और जब भी मैं आपसे मिलती हूँ, मेरा दिल इतना खुश होता है. आपके वालिदैन भी इतने मतलब pride से, they must be just bursting. माशाल्लाह, thank you so much. Please continue with the same spirit. आप अपने community में और लड़कियों को बोलें कि ये आगे आएं और participate करें as junior leaders or coaches, and I really look forward to us continuing to see you grow. बहुत बहुत खुशी हुई मुझे. बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया. Ali, you wanted to say something? Your hand is raised.
Yes, I'd just like to, acknowledge a few people. Tasneem from Standard Chartered Bank for all her support throughout the last year, and to manage and to coordinate everything. And then in my team, Nobahar and Mahira, two of our great leaders in Karachi, who started the program and have been with the program from the very start. And also Azaz and Shanza in Islamabad, who've been great support throughout this time. So thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, everybody. Bye.